Morning, folks. Quick video here. I kind of want to talk about a couple of things that's caught my eye. Sort of in the last, I want to say 48 hours, 72 hours, that sort of thing. And the question is World of Warships dying? Because I've seen community contributors saying they need to nerf Deadeye, it's ruining the game. I've seen really good streamers that predominantly stream World of Warships saying they want to diversify, things aren't in a good state, etc. And I want to just do a quick analysis. So bear with me. Hopefully my my analysis of this makes a little bit of sense. So this was the first tweet that sparked it. Zone_MG. Players on the NA server, I've played against him a couple of times. Really good streamer. I absolutely enjoy his streams. He's got a very slick setup. The only thing I personally think you can change is take the dog camera off when it's shitting on the bed. But that's that's irrelevant to this. Zone put this out on the 21st of February. I've not been playing well World of Warships. It has affected my mood, my stream, and the quality of entertainment I try to provide. I'm going to stream it again this morning, but if it continues this way, I'm going to step more towards a variety stream approach. And Zoop replied, the meta shift caused by the rework has been more brutal for some than others. I'd be lying if I told you I didn't feel the same way I play. And then Clyde the Monkey, Sea Raptor, Ashley, sent by... Everybody starts Mejash, however I pronounce it. They all climb in here, etc. That's what's funny. Then Zoop put this one out. And this was a video that he put out. Deadeye in World of Warships needs to be nerfed or paused now. And he basically goes on to do an analysis that the game's dying, there's less players, etc., etc. And I kind of looked at the Twitch stats and I replied to it, to which Earl Grey replied and gave me a super interesting site to go and have a look at. And you know me, I love stats. I love graphs and so on. So let's go and look at the Twitch site that I quoted first. One of my very favorite sites, very favorite sites is Solid Gnome. And we're specifically talking about World of Warships dying around the Deadeye meta. And if you look at World of Warships, Twitch stats over the past 30 days, the average viewers rank, it's gone down by 11 points. Peak viewers rank, it's gone up. Average channels, in other words, the channels that broadcast is going down, and the peak channels has gone down by only 1. This is over a 30-day. Now, I'll pull up a 30-day graph on Rust to show you how fickle it can be. And then we can look at Valheim, which I've been playing lately as well, and then you'll see exactly how fickle Twitch can be. And this is fairly steady. So the hours watched is a little bit down. Hours broadcast, a little bit down. The average viewers is down by 31. Over a 30-day period, it's down by 31. The average channels is down by 8. Yeah, some people, including me, aren't streaming it as much as we do. The average viewer ratio then is up. And the maximum viewers is increased by 2,600. Now, usually people look at a game because they want to play it. And then obviously the broadcasters is up as well. And let's compare this. Over a 90-day period, so 2 months prior to Deadeye, going into Deadeye, you can see, okay, there was a big spike and that was an event, and then it's grown up in the last bit. Up in hours broadcast, up in average viewers, up in average channels. The viewer ratio is down by 0.3%. Maximum viewers over the last 3 months has increased by 38,000. And broadcasters has gone up by 2.2%. That's not a game that's dying. Now, why I bring out the 90-day stats is I want to compare this quickly. Rust went through a massive spike from December into January, and it's now dying again, completely. Over 90 days, they had a huge spike. XQC, Shroud, Binance, all of them were playing Rust. Valheim came out and Rust just completely dropped. So 90-day stats on World of Warships, was nice and flat, actually climbing. 30-day stats on Rust. This is a game, I don't want to say that's dying, but this is a game on Twitch that's losing its appeal again. You had this massive amount of people here looking at it, massive channels, etc. And it's just lost popularity to Valheim. So now let's look at the actual stats. And this is a site that was posted to me by Earl Grey in a reply on the tweets. And I'm looking at the 1 month average because, again, the entire discussion has been around Deadeye and Deadeye ruining the game, Deadeye being kind of shit. So, from 26 January, players 21,600. And this is on the Russian server, and we'll look at every server. 21,000. Peaked there at February, 21,800. 21,500. And if I can stabilize my mouse, 21,500. Over the last month on the Russian server, it's remained stable. Game that's dying? Deadeye needs to be removed? I don't know. Look at the EU server. EU is by far the biggest. I mean, EU has the combined numbers of, I think, 3 other servers. But let's just have a look here quickly. And if you want to go to the site stats.watapi.ru, super cool. So, let's look at 1 month period here. 32,800. If I can stabilize my mouse, 32,000. And a month later, 31,800. So maybe 200 players out of 31,000. This graph looks stable. Why I like graphs, why I like stats is it'll show you anomalies, it'll show you great variances. 31,800 to 31,500 is 300, that's 0.1% if my math is right. Had they dropped by 3,000 over a steady period, we would have noticed that. Let's look at Asia. It does take a little bit to load. We select 1 month and we can see it peaked there, 19,000. And here where it peaked, 18,900. Variance of maybe 100, that's 0.1 odd percent, 0.5% maybe. That's not even a 1%. The numbers over the last month, according to this, has been stable. North American server, we both Zone and Zoo play. I'm playing North America as well, so I'm not picking on them. Sorry, I'm really not picking on them. I absolutely enjoy both of their content, and I have a lot of respect for them. I'm just picking up on their tweets, guys. Let's have a look. So Wednesday, let's just randomly, January 28th, it kind of peaked at 16,600. And a month later, where does it peak? 16,400. 200 player different over a month. The stats speak for themselves. The stats speak for themselves. Unfortunately, I don't think this game is dying. I think the game is healthy. It's not growing. We haven't seen over the last month that influx of new players. We've seen an influx of fucking idiots. I'm sorry. I've seen so many bad teams. From a personal basis, I can understand their frustrations. The meta has shifted, and the meta has, unfortunately, messed a lot of people up. Their favorite builds, their favorite ships, etc. is no longer usable. I mean, last night in the game, I tried to use a flint. 11.1 kilometer range when things can shoot at me from 18, 19 kilometers. And if you're unlucky, because Matchmaker is still about as fucked as Debbie, as the girl in Debbie Does Dallas. Hello, Debbie. You're in a case of, what are you supposed to do? You're in a tier 9 match in a tier 7 flint that hasn't been fixed, and Wargamers just go, hey, here's new pasta boats. Yeah, there's problems, but you adapt. You don't play the flint. You wait for Operation Ride to come, and you go, hey, okay, now I can use it again. Destroyers are in a really good spot. Because nobody plays cruisers at the moment except maybe Petropavlovsk or something that can take a punch to the face, like Stalingrad, Moscow. Notice the theme there, it's the Russian cruisers, and even then you don't see it often. Woosters are making a comeback. I've seen a lot of people play them. Smoke Minos, I play my Radar or Neptune, thanks Louise. But the point is the meta has changed. High tier gameplay is incredibly stale at the moment. Mid tier is in a good space. The problem is the moment you start selecting sixes, you can get into 8 matches. The other day, hey, I'm going to play my Ranger, tier 6, and I got into an 8 match. It was me and one other tier 6 against things like North Carolina's, Romas. I take all the planes in and I'd maybe land one torpedo because it just shreds it. So there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, it is unfortunately just what it is. Change with the meta. To answer the question quickly, do I personally, as Falcon Gaming, think that this game is dying? No, it's not. All 4 the servers are showing everything is steady. It's not growing. That's a concern. It's not growing. But it's not dying. And I'm going to leave you with that. Hope everybody has a fantastic week further. It's a Thursday where I live. 2 more days until the weekend. And then we will barbecue in the sun because I'm in the southern hemisphere. I'm so sorry for the American folks snowed in. Tonight was 21 degrees Celsius. This morning is going to be about 30 degrees Celsius. That's about 85 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. It's awesome. I love you all. Have a fantastic week further. Take care. Cheers.